POW WOW TV is a production of the Apache Press Club at Tyler Junior College. The opinions expressed here are those of the students and do not necessarily reflect the positions of Tyler Junior College.
Coming up on POW WOW TV, the new Crossroads dorm has seen quite a few visits from the TJC Police Department.
Plus, Chick-fil-A will soon be open on campus.
POW WOW TV starts right now.
From Studio 203 on the campus of Tyler Junior College, this is POW WOW TV, powered by mytjcnews.com.
Hello and welcome to POW WOW TV. I'm Fabian Casala.
And I'm Bailey Mayo.
We begin our show with a story we've been working on at mytjcnews.com and the Apache POW WOW. During the first week of classes, a sexual assault occurred on campus at the new Crossroads dorm.
The newest dorm on campus, Crossroads, has received a great deal of attention from the police department. An alleged assault took place 2 weeks ago. Officers have responded to the location 4 times in the past 2 weeks due to criminal trespassing. Residents say they have been shaken by the criminal activity, but they tell me they have no plans to move.
I mean, that kind of thing could happen anywhere, so no, I don't want to move dorms, especially since ours is kind of the best one on campus. But yeah, it kind of makes me more observant and stuff, pay attention to my surroundings, always go with a group, that kind of thing.
Now, so far this week, there have been no reports from the police department of trespassing at Crossroads, but there have been instances of trespassing on campus. On Tuesday, a non-male student was asked to leave the campus after failing to comply with a request by a college official. He was issued a criminal trespass warning from the property and events.
With sexual assault, there can be a lot of questions about what to do after the sexual assault has occurred.
From legal questions to questions pertaining to health, POW WOW TV reporter Heather Falls helps us to answer the questions.
When a sexual assault occurs, a person may not know what to do or where to turn for help. That's where the East Texas Crisis Center comes in. They meet with victims at the hospital and help to calm and talk to the victim. They also help victims to make a statement if they wish to report the incident to the police.
We are going to approach the topic of if they want to report or not, because that is their choice, and we're never going to push them one way or another, because we know, I mean, it's a hard process. It's a really long road.
And though the process may take some time to prosecute, Tyler Police Detective Andy Urba says to stick to the course so that the person or persons can be held responsible.
And I want to let victims of sexual assault know that it is a long process, but if they stay the course, then not only can the person be punished for what they did, when they get out, they'll have to register as a sex offender.
Detective Herbal also says that as hard as it may seem, do not take a shower or clean yourself. Evidence can be washed away, making the case harder to solve. He also says to get to a hospital as soon as possible. There is a 72-hour limit to what evidence can be gathered from the assault, and statistically, the person may already know who the assailant is.
A lot of times, too, you have to factor in that the statistics are like 80 to 85% of sexual assault victims know the person that perpetrated against them.
That was Heather Falls reporting. We'd also like to add that though an investigation and legal proceedings may be taking place, the assailant may still be walking around.
Detective Urba encourages people to walk in groups and to stay in well-lit areas if possible. TJC students love their food and especially love their Chick-fil-A. Before the Labor Day weekend, students were informed that the new Chick-fil-A located in the Crossroads dorm would be open after Labor Day. Unfortunately, there was never a specific date given, but soon students can enjoy their favorite chicken sandwich and waffle fries.
I love Chick-fil-A. The most exciting thing is Chick-fil-A sauce. I love Chick-fil-A sauce. You gotta love Chick-fil-A. And whenever Chick-fil-A do open, it's gonna be lines going up those stairs and coming back now and around campus. So I'm excited for Chick-fil-A being open.
Chick-fil-A will officially open September 17th at 10 a.m. and will be open Monday through Thursday 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. and on Friday 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
The TJC Center for Earth and Space Science Education will be hosting a new exhibit for the next year. Sonic Sensation will begin September 17th. The exhibit will have 14 interactive stations for visitors to experiment with anatomy and physics. Scream Chamber, the Invisible Orchestra, and Ear This Photo Booth are some of the stations set up for visitors, and tickets and information, go to tjc.edu/CESSE or call 903-510-2312. You may have noticed a few large granite sculptures when you started classes this semester.
They are all part of a major art exhibit by the Tyler Museum of Art. Saber Shipman brings us a story.
TJC students may have noticed some new granite sculptures scattered throughout the campus. Sculptor Candace Garrett was here in August to help install them.
She's very creative. She's very, very oriented on the detail of her work, and she is really quite an interesting person.
Well, it's definitely different. You know, I kind of see a little bit of kind of like the meteor striking the earth here, and as it's hitting, you know, it's cracking, and we're thinking that the artist was maybe thinking about that, had that in mind as she was making this.
While there are currently 13 sculptures out on campus, there will be more than 20 smaller ones installed of one of the exhibition rooms in the Tyler Museum of Art by September 27th, when the exhibit becomes open to the public.
It really was quite a logistical feat because we had to bring the sculpture in from New Mexico and the artist with the sculpture and a crane and a lot of rigging equipment to move these large sculptures that weigh several tons.
The exhibit will be in the museum from September 27th, 2015 to January 17th of 2016. The outdoor sculptures will remain on campus until May 22nd of 2016.
I've never seen anything like this before, so, I mean, yeah, pretty cool.
Museum hours are Tuesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Sunday, 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. It is located here on campus across from the Wagstaff Gymnasium. I'm Saber Shipman for mytjcnews.com.
Now, college officials want us to remind you that the sculptures are there to be enjoyed visually.
You are not allowed to climb or sit on them. Registration is currently open for fall 12-week classes. These classes are 4 weeks shorter than most college classes and offer a variety of subjects. You can go to tjc.edu and click on the Register for Fall 2015 button on the right side of the page. Registration for these sort of classes ends on September 20th. Coming up after the break, things get a little too real when we explore the new nursing labs on campus.
And there's a new section coming to the library you may want to check out. You're watching POW WOW TV. We'll be right back.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Hey, this job looks perfect. It says you need people skills?
Check.
Driver's license?
Check.
And a high school diploma. You've got one of those, right?
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
I got that.
You are good to go.
Take that first step towards a better future. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
Today, 1 out of every 4 American kids is Hispanic. That means many of the future doctors who will care for us, the engineers who will build our cities, the scientists and entrepreneurs of our country can be your kids. We all know how hard it is for you to send them to college. This is why we want you to know you are not alone. And every day, more people support you to make it happen. Many support you. And the Hispanic Scholarship Fund helps you prepare, plan, and pay for your kids' college education. Learn more at hsf.net.
So you see, son, good manners are important. Should I go through it again?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Exactly. Always say please, thank you, you're welcome, excuse me, sit up straight, hold doors open for ladies. If the door's locked, knock first, don't burp, don't swear, don't stare, don't use bad language, or talk with your mouth full, keep your elbows off the table.
What table?
Don't interrupt. Cover your mouth when you cough or sneeze. On the bus, give your seat up to anybody who has trouble standing. Bottom line, treat others the way you want to be treated. Got it?
Got it.
Good talk.
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes.
But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
One day, when the glory comes, it will be ours.
Dr. King, what's your next move?
In March from Selma to Montgomery.
Selma is loud for every man, woman, and child.
We will not wait any longer.
In front of a crowd.
Thine eyes have seen the glory. Glory, glory, hallelujah.
Welcome back to POW WOW TV. Last week, TJC was visited by a street preacher. This is not an uncommon thing, and it brings up the topic of freedom of speech. We went around the TJC campus and asked everyone how they feel about freedom of speech.
Because everyone should have the right to be able to voice their opinions, and everyone should have a place where they feel comfortable being able to talk.
Yes, I think free speech is something that has like no filter, so speak your mind, and if anyone has a problem with it, you can speak it out as humans and not battle about it.
I believe, yes, it is important because that's what makes America so great.
I just think everyone should take into consideration everyone else's opinion and not really reserve themselves, but just speak to where they're not going to offend everyone.
I have not, but I also haven't really listened to it much around here because I'm doing my own thing, so.
There was one day I was coming out, and I was dressed similar to how I am today, and nothing provocative or anything like that, but he said I was sexually harassing his eyes and it was going to be my fault if I got raped.
If that's what someone has on their mind to say, then why not just like go ahead and blurt it out instead of like, we have people like committing suicide because they're holding back what they really would think or feel about something or someone. So I think it would be really great to have freedom of speech.
Student organizations will soon have a way to stay better organized and to attract new members through an online application called OrgSync. Student Life purchased the software over the summer and it is being set up right now. Advisors and club officers were given training last week. Once the system is fully functional, any student at TJC will be able to log in and see what every organization on campus is up to.
Well, it looks like the TJC library will be adding a new section. A graphic novels section will be added, bringing big names like Deadpool and Batman. There are some novels now on shelves and there are more on their way.
When we come back, a beast in the ring with a mind for an education.
We sit down with TJC administrator who has kicked and punched his way to a top rank in Taekwondo. We'll be right back.
In the small town of Elmira, New York, a boy was born into an all-American family. The odds of him achieving his dream in the fashion industry? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 68. I am Tommy Hilfiger, and my family is affected by autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
Huntington!
Every proper bear knows that the right fit means everything. Especially when it comes to car seats.
Oh, really? I just did what any bear would do.
So know for sure that your child is in the right car seat for their age and size.
I like it.
To learn more, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
Oh, hello there.
Oh, where's that bear? One day, when the glory comes, it will be ours.
Dr. King, what's your next move?
They march from Selma to Montgomery.
Selma is loud for every man, woman, and child.
We will not wait any longer.
In front of a crowd.
Thine eyes have seen the glory. Glory, glory, hallelujah.
So you see, son, good manners are important. Should I go through it again?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Exactly. Always say please, thank you, you're welcome, excuse me, sit up straight, hold doors open for ladies. If the door's locked, knock first, don't burp, don't swear, don't stare, don't use bad language, or talk with your mouth full, keep your elbows off the table.
What table?
And don't interrupt. Cover your mouth when you cough or sneeze. On the bus, give your seat up to anybody who has trouble standing. Bottom line, treat others the way you want to be treated. Got it?
Got it.
Good talk.
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain.
Welcome back to POW WOW TV.
It's not every day that you hear about a dean of students being a master Taekwondo instructor.
We got a chance to sit down and catch up with Dean Hill and to get an inside peek of his background.
I'm going to go ahead and roll. And get my headphones. I'm going to let you go with it whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Just 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. All right. 3, 2, 1. Okay, Dean Hill.
Yes, sir.
So, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and how you ended up here at TJC.
Okay. Well, where I'm from, I'm a military brat, so born in Portsmouth, Virginia. My father was a career naval officer. He started out enlisted, one of the few that what they call a Mustanger. So he hit every enlisted rank on the way up, and then he retired as a commander. So born in Portsmouth, Virginia, lived all over, had the opportunity to live in Cuba, lived in Florida, Washington State, and in Texas. Texas is home. My mother and father are both from Texas, so I would come back to Texas every summer.
Yeah.
And I wound up graduating high school actually from Pittsburgh, Texas, and rest is history. Went into the military right away, and during Desert Shield, Desert Storm, decided to, I qualified to become an officer. They decided, hey, we'll send you back to school, and went through University of Texas at Austin, also attended Prairie View A&M University and several other schools at the same time due to war, and received my commission as a second lieutenant in the United States Marine Corps. After that, I got out. Always been in martial arts, so I taught martial arts prior to leaving high school. Actually ran a club and on the weekends. And when I got out, I was like, you know what? Perfect fit, might as well do it. Yeah. So I worked for the railroad, ran a martial arts school, moved to Australia, opened one there. And when I came back to the U.S., took over another large school in Mount Pleasant, Texas. And it was there I had an opportunity to go up to A&M Commerce. One of my students was doing graduate work there, and they wanted to start a class. So I sat down. My master's degree was in education, curriculum, and design. I designed a course for them, and it went really well. Yeah. And that's when A&M Commerce said, look, why don't you get into higher ed? And I'm like, no, thank you. You guys work way too many hours. You don't get paid enough. No, thank you. And one thing turned into another, but I saw it as another opportunity to help students. I was mainly looking at my martial arts students because I was always encouraging them to finish. And what basically spurred me to finish was I had one of my students, he goes, so are you done with your schooling? And I said, well, yeah, I've got my master's degree, I'm done. He goes, but is that the last level? I mean, there's nothing else after that. I said, well, no, there's a doctorate. He said, so you're telling us to finish, but you won't finish. Yeah, okay. So I went back and got my doctorate, and while there, he's no longer here, Paul Miller, had a course with him, and he said, hey man, we could really use some guys like you down at TJC. He seemed to have a very strong background in math, and I was able to come, sat for an interview, and the rest was history. Been here ever since, so I love it. It was a blessing.
To see the full interview, visit mytjcnews.com. TJC football squeaked out a win against Blaine College on September 5th. Quarterbacks Sedarian Copeland and Teddy Williams combined for 200 yards. The TJC defense had Blaine with 66 yards rushing and 267 yards. TJC ended the game with 305 yards rushing.
Thank you. Coming up after the break, the Apache POW WOW editor-in-chief gives you the lowdown on some stories that you can see in the next edition of the newspaper.
You're watching POW WOW TV. Stay with us.
So you see, son, Good manners are important. Should I go through it again?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Exactly. Always say please, thank you, you're welcome, excuse me, sit up straight, hold doors open for ladies. If the door's locked, knock first, don't burp, don't swear, don't stare, don't use bad language, or talk with your mouth full, keep your elbows off the table.
What table?
And don't interrupt. Cover your mouth when you cough or sneeze. On the bus, give your seat up to anybody who has trouble standing. Bottom line, treat others the way you want to be treated. Got it?
Got it.
Good talk.
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain.
One day, when the glory comes, it will be ours.
Dr. King, what's your next move? In March from Selma to Montgomery.
Selma is loud for every man, woman, and child.
We will not wait any longer.
In front of a crowd.
Thine eyes have seen the glory. Glory, glory, hallelujah.
I think someone at my friend's school has this thing called autism. My friend's brother's son has autism. My neighbor's son has autism. My son has autism.
Autism is getting closer to home. Today, 1 in 68 children is diagnosed with autism. That's about a 30% increase in 2 years. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
Don't look at me. Your hair's a bit frizzy today. Oh, you should pick that up. Oh, you're such a dork. Loser. Here, let me help you with that. Oops.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Oh, look. Your crush is looking at you. Poor you.
They want to help, but don't know how.
See, no one here's gonna help you, because no one
Teach your
likes you.
kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Welcome back to POW WOW TV, powered by mytjcnews.com.
Welcome back to POW WOW TV. I'm the POW WOW Editor-in-Chief, Haley Houston. The new issue of the POW WOW can be found on stands September 18th. Joining me today is the sports editor, Nick Vaughn. He's here to tell us about a story he is working on for the upcoming issue, the all-girls cheerleading squad. Why did TJC decide to include an all-girls cheer squad?
Well, they decided to add an all-girls cheerleading squad to add with the recruitment for TJC cheerleading.
How does this squad different from the co-ed squad?
There isn't really a difference in the two squads. They just hope that by the end of the year, the male and female squad and the female squad both have the same success.
Thank you for your time. On August 26th, a resident at Crossroads Hall, the new dorm on campus, was sexually assaulted. Because of this incident, we have decided to dedicate a large portion of our upcoming issue on educating our readers involving sexual assault. Emily Atterbury, the managing editor for the Apache POW WOW, is working on a story on the emotional side effects of being sexually assaulted. Hello, Emily. What are some of the most common emotional side effects of being sexually assaulted?
There's a lot of side effects that occur, but a lot of the top main ones are things such as depression, stress. They can experience guilt and embarrassment if they decide they want to tell someone about it. And you can see things such as grades slipping and anger lashing out, among others, and really their just whole personality can change.
Isn't it also possible in some cases that they have a silent reaction to being sexually assaulted?
With the few that are silent, it's kind of, on the inside, it's just bubbling up and it's going to build over just the emotion, and eventually it will come out. It just remains silent at first for some people.
All right, well, thank you for your time, Emily. We want to hear what you have to say. You can always write a letter to the editor about what you like or don't like about us or the coverage that's happening on campus. We may even print it in the newspaper. Send your letters to tjcnews@tjc.edu. After the break, we decide to go around campus and put students through the Trivial Ringer. Be sure to stick around and see the results.
In the small town of Elmira, New York, a boy was born into an all-American family. The odds of him achieving his dream in the fashion industry? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 68. I am Tommy Hilfiger, and my family is affected by autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
Huntington!
Every proper bear knows that the right fit means everything. Especially when it comes to car seats.
Oh, really? I just did what any bear would do.
So know for sure that your child is in the right car seat for their age and size.
I like it.
To learn more, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
Oh, hello there.
Oh, where's that bear?
One day, when the glory comes, it will be ours.
Dr. King, what's your next move? In March from Selma to Montgomery.
Selma is loud for every man, woman, and child.
We will not wait any longer.
In front of a crowd.
Thine eyes have seen the glory. Glory, glory, hallelujah.
Welcome back to POW WOW TV. We're going to end our show on a lighter note.
We went out on campus to see the basic knowledge students have. There were some surprising answers to our questions. Take a look.
Are you good at trivia, though?
Yeah, I'm good at trivia.
Yeah, I'm good at trivia, correct. All right, you think you can ask us a little bit of questions? Yeah, I got you. What is the third planet from the sun?
Hey, look, I don't know that. I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't know that.
Mercury, Venus, Earth. So Earth. I think the third planet from the sun is Mars? No, the Earth. Oh, Mars. Mars. Final answer.
Third planet from the sun?
Third planet from the sun.
But I'm finna be way off. Mars.
How many stars on the American flag?
50.
Oh.
There's 50.
It's one for each state. I'm guessing it's one for each state. It's gotta be like 50.
If a rooster lays an egg on the top of a building, which way does the egg go?
Where'd she go? Like, you mean like a house roof? If a rooster lays an egg on top of a building. Oh wait, no. Roosters don't lay eggs. Roosters don't lay eggs. Only chickens lay eggs.
There you go. So, last question. If Y-E-S spells yes, what does E-Y-E-S spell?
E-Y-E-S.
E-Y-E-S.
How am I supposed to? What? Oh, you put it in my head.
E-Y-E-S.
I don't know. It sounds like essay.
Yeasty.
That's what it sounds like. If you say E-Y-E-S, I don't know. Essay, I don't know.
Was that wrong?
Alright, you don't know what it is?
No.
Want me to tell you?
What is it?
It's eyes, man.
Ah.
Oh my God.
You did say, bro, take this, look, take this.
Oh. And that does. That's embarrassing.
Thank you for joining us for POW WOW TV.
Remember, you can always find the latest news at mytjcnews.com.
POW WOW TV is a production of the Apache Press Club at Tyler Junior College.
The opinions expressed here are those of the students and do not necessarily reflect the positions of Tyler Junior College.